Okay, so we're going to start with just 2 feet to begin with. Off we go. So everything nice and relaxed. Trying to work off the balls of the feet nice and tall when you skip. After a minute of that, we're going to alternate legs. Making sure you're breathing, make sure there's not too much tension through the shoulders. Now we're going to go into our A skips. So we're going to drive one knee up, 2 little contacts on the floor. From there, from minute 3 to minute 4, we're going to go into our heel flick. And for the last minutes, we're going to our high knees. Nice controlled breathing as you go through. Making sure we're getting the knees nice and high. Making sure knees are flexed around about 90 degrees. Feet hip width apart. Want to keep the whole of the foot onto the floor. Use your arms for a little bit of extra support. If you're feeling like you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you can cross the arms across the chest. Okay, we're going to do a glute bridge called 2 up, 1 down. Therefore, what we're going to do, we're going to push our hips up to the top, knees, hips, shoulders all into line. Take one leg off, straighten this leg here for me. Pelvis stays nice and square. Then we drop down slowly on the way down, okay? And we repeat that process. 1 up, take one leg off, 3 seconds on the way down, nice and slow and controlled. 1 more time, pushing up, get that alignment, take one leg off, hips nice and parallel, all the way down. Squat to stand, working on that hip mobility, the external rotation, and also hamstrings. Get yourself standing in upright position, feet around about your kind of hip width to shoulder width apart, your squatting distance. First off, I want you to grab the bottom of your toes, so we're going to go down, keep the hamstrings nice and loaded, nice and straight. Then we're going to drag the knees out to the sides. Keep the chest as lifted as we possibly can, and then we're going to repeat that process. Keep your fingertips underneath the toes, really try and extend, pushing the knees backwards, and dropping through that process again. Keep that weight through the heels, keeping the chest looking upwards as high as you can. Getting into our big lunge position, into our streamlined position with our upper body, with our hands, trying to get that extension through the spine. So nice big lunge forward, streamlined position, trying to get that extension through the spine as we reach back, then pushing back into our start position. 1 more big lunge forward, 90 degrees with the front knee, nice and stable lower body, and get that extension as we go through. The forearm plank with single limb lift off, okay? Trying to keep everything in neutral, stay nice and square as we do. So we get into our normal forearm plank, get our hips in line with our shoulders a little bit more, then we look to take one limb off. So we take our left arm off, we just want to bring it onto your right shoulder. Hold and stabilize for 5 seconds, put it back down into our plank, then we lift the leg, holding there, keeping everything nice and neutral for us as we go through. 5 seconds again, and we go through the process through all of the limbs of the body twice for 5 seconds. First exercise of our main session, what we're going to do, we're going to start off in our 4-point kneel position, knees below hips, shoulders, elbow, wrist on a line, starting a neutral spine. We're going to work through our spinal waves, our full waves, and then just our lower back, our lumbar spine as well. Okay, so from here we're going to get into flexion, so we're going to look to push up to every point up through the spine, working on every single section. Excellent. Then we're going to look for some extension here. So extending the spine here, trying to work point for point. Everything has to be slow and controlled, nothing fast. Don't let the shoulders come together, looking to lift up, to extend the thoracic, the upper back into neutral once you've done 5 reps of that. Now we're going to concentrate just on the lower back, just on the lumbar spine. This doesn't move. Just working this bottom section now, locking this out. So we're going to look to go to extension. So look to turn the pelvis down. Excellent. And then we'll look to then turn, push the tailbone underneath and try to push up through this lumbar spine. 1 more, dropping it down. Everything stays still here. Just working this bottom section and then looking to flex. Tuck the tailbone underneath, put that flexion so we can control our position. Next exercise is our reverse crunch. You have to find something heavy to anchor your hands at the top. Can be med ball, can be anything. Grab that above your head, pull the elbows in nice and tight so they're pointing up to the ceiling, up to the sky. Lock something underneath your legs. If you don't have anything, it doesn't matter. Start with your knees directly above your pelvis. what we're going to do, we're going to crunch up, keeping our elbows in, lifting the pelvis off the floor. Then we do slowly on the way down, slow, 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 till we get back to our start position. And again, we're looking to crunch up, using that anterior core, slowly releasing as slow as you can, all the way back down to our start position, using that weight as an anchor. Single leg squat to stand. I want you to get yourself into a split squat position, so it's around about a couple of feet, similar to your setup on the blocks, okay? From there, what we're going to do, we're going to touch our fingertips onto the floor. Doesn't matter about the shape of your back, we'll look focusing on the low body and the hamstring. Okay, then we keep our fingertips on the floor and we look to extend that front leg straight away to get nice straight position. Drop back down again, toe, look at this on the toe on the back leg, keeping the heel up. We're going to do it up again. Good, we're going to do one more rep. The better you are, the more of your hand you can keep to the floor. Lower just their fingers. Can you do it with your palms? Can you do it with your elbows? Can you do it all? Keeping one leg straight, taking the opposite leg, bring the sole of the foot in line with the knee. From there, we're going to lift up for 10 seconds. You're going to hold it isometrically for 10 seconds, strengthening end range of motion. Starting our easy position, hand behind the body. And what we're going to do from there, keeping the spine straight, is lift up for 10 seconds, keeping everything nice and straight, really working on this front side strength. 10 seconds there, drop it back down. If that's too easy, bring the hands further forward. So bring it right up to line with our pelvis. And we do the same process again. We lift up, keep the toe nice and long and strong, hold in that position 10 seconds. If that's too easy again for you, bring your hands as far forward as you can so you've got more flexion through the back. So you're tilted forward, closing this angle, and we try and lift again. Good, you only have to get it a little bit off the floor. Hold it for 10 seconds, hold all the way through. The standing hip flexor holds, working on that mobility of the front of the hip and also our strength for that end range of motion. So what I'm going to do is grab your knee, pull it up as high as you can to your chest, keeping your pelvis in line, keeping your standing leg nice and straight and locked out. From there, slowly release, keep it at the highest points, trying to stay nice and vertical, everything locked out, holding for 30 seconds. RDL, working on this hamstring on this front leg. Front leg is slightly flexed, and we're working on this hip hinge, so I want to see your hips drive backwards as you come down nice, long spine. Okay, working from there, keeping the weight in the front heel, keeping the spine nice and long, and then we come back up to our standing position. Look at the back leg, heel is off the floor, nice split stance position, not too wide, all the way driving up to the top. One more time, hinge, push the hips backwards, elbow is locked out, bar stays close to the body, and we drive up using that hip hinge.